Hey there, thanks for tuning in. So, let's talk about SMART goals. SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely goals. So, what is the purpose of having SMART goals? We may not be able to achieve all the goals we expect ourselves to do. Maybe there were impacting factors which we did not consider in the first place when the goals were defined. So, SMART is an approach which basically allows us to create worthwhile goals. When we say worthwhile, it means that the goals we set for ourselves or for others should be worth the time, money, effort spent on it, and dedication and the sacrifices done. SMART ensures that the goals are practical in nature. It takes into consideration the practicality and the possibility of achieving something rather than create fictitious or imaginative goals. SMART focuses on deriving result oriented goals. That would also mean that the approach is crucial for the success of what is to be achieved and can be achieved. Goals are set by individuals for personal gains or for professional gains, or they are set by companies. In all ways, SMART goals is a very good approach to apply to personal as well as professional life. Before we delve in, first let's understand the elementary needs of a goal. Goals are created when you have a desire that is then coupled with the intent to achieve it in reality. Goals could be aimed at improving your current condition, situation, or just make a positive change. In case of organization, it would be aimed at the business objectives that are set by one or more stakeholders. So, goals are first initiated by a need or a desire to achieve something. This should be followed by the intent to put in the effort to achieve that expectation. And in case of business organizations, it would be business objectives. Let me take you through the 5 elements of SMART using 2 examples. I have a personal goal and I have a professional goal. So I have a desire to get fit in life. This is my personal goal. And I want to up my programming skills for web. This is my professional goal. Now let's go through each of the elements of SMART and then weigh my goals and prune and fine tune them to make them smart. Specific. It means the goal should be concrete, distinct, precise, and clear. It should clearly define what exactly is to be achieved. So, my personal goal is get fit in life. It's pretty vague because there are way too many factors in a human body which lead to getting fit. So, what exactly do I want to attack? So, if I sit down and do my homework, I dig in and find out what I exactly want to achieve, I will land up with the condition that I want to reduce my weight. That is the criteria for me to get fit in life. So to make my personal goal very specific, I will now write it down as reduce my weight. Next, my professional goal is to up my programming skills for web. So what exactly can I do to achieve that? So again, I do my homework, I dig in, I search, I analyze the market, I look around, I see what is the best fit for me considering my background, what technology I've worked on in the past and what I want to do in the future. I decided to choose to learn JavaScript. If I master JavaScript, I would be able to reach the level of expertise I want to perform web programming. So I'll make my professional goal more specific. I want to learn JavaScript. Rather, I want to master JavaScript. A goal should be measurable. That means some form or mechanism should be involved to track the progress. So there would be a unit involved. There would be a scoring factor based on which you can do a judgment on how well you're performing towards achieving the goal. So for my personal goal, I can make use of an app on my mobile device where I can keep tracking what is the change in my weight. So let's say, for example, I have Fitbit, and Fitbit has got a wonderful app which allows me to track my body measurements, including my weight. Secondly, for professional goal, I will write, or rather I will create a program every week with increasing level of complexity. So it is possible that I take up a course or I follow some sort of a program which takes me through the different levels of programming, right from the basics to the advanced level, and accordingly I will be able to write my programs. So this can act as a measurement for me. A goal should be attainable. That means practically achievable or possible. We should weigh our environmental conditions and what we can sacrifice in terms of achieving the goals. We should be very practical about it. There are times when we go overboard and we assume that we are superhuman and can achieve goals which are greatly desired by us in the initial stages. But then SMART aims at looking at the practicality of achieving such goal. It deviates from the initial emotional expectation we have, and we actually look at the facts and figures to find out how well and how far we can achieve that goal. So if we continue with our example, using the previous elements, I was able to find out that I want to reduce my weight. Now my desire is to reduce by 20 kgs, which I think is a great expectation. I have tried in the past and I know I was not able to achieve it. So using the SMART technique, I sit down, I use a rough pad and I do my math, and I come to the conclusion that yes, with the kind of lifestyle I have, with the kind of time I have with me, I can do my exercise and diet up to a certain level, and with all needful effort and sacrifices in place, I should be well off with reduction of 7 kgs, which becomes a very achievable and practical goal for me now. For my professional goal, I was looking at web programming so that I can initially kick off my career in that area by creating a multi-user accounting program. But then if I do my math again, if I do my homework again, it is way too much of an effort for a newcomer to learn the programs, to learn a new language and learn about different libraries and then put them into use to create a commercial software at such a large scale. So again, looking at the practicality of my goal, I may not be able to achieve a multi-user accounting program upfront, but I can definitely achieve a personal accounting program with the knowledge I gain over the weeks learning JavaScript. So I will settle with personal accounting program. A goal should be relevant. That means it should be applicable, appropriate, purposeful, meaningful, and should have a significance. Preferably try to aim for goals that you can further build on. For organizations, relevant goal would mean what connection they have with the business objective, how well they are connected, and the goals which are set according to the business objective should not be old-fashioned or ahead of times. So for my personal goal, weight reduction helps me lead a healthy life and I can get into some hobbies or sports that I wanted to play for so long. So that's a very good build-up for my goal and a very good motivating factor. The professional goal I have will give me the edge I need to develop freelance apps and publish them to the world. A goal should be timely. That means it should be time bound. There should be a window to achieve it. It should not be an open-ended goal which doesn't have any timeline and you keep on working on it or drag it to the extent that they are sort of futile or lose the purpose what was there in the first place. Do your homework to ensure that the goal fits into the schedule you have. It should not be that you have way too many goals and each goal is then competing with the other to have your time. So again, coming back to my goals, if I do my math properly and I am hard on my goal, weight reduction of 7 kg can be achievable in 5 months time. Now for my programming goal, I checked on the internet and reviewed students and trainer feedback to arrive at a practical period of about 6 months. That is good enough to reach my programming target and the level of expertise that I consider would be at a high or advanced level. So that's it. Now I have my goals in front of me. Rather, I have SMART goals in front of me. The first personal goal, get fit, is aimed at reducing 7 kg in 5 months. My second professional goal, be a web programmer, is aimed at learning Java in 6 months and release the personal accounting software. The approach we discussed now, SMART goals, gives you practical and relevant goals which you can achieve and which can contribute to improving your current condition. All said and done, this is again theoretical in nature. The actual work has to be performed after this, and that is what will determine the success and achievement of the goals. So, apart from creating smart goals, you need to be highly motivated and you should have the intent to take it forward despite all circumstances. So, stay motivated, folks, and work towards your goals. All the best and cheers.